I just wanted to take a look at yesterday's video with Mason, and just want to do a little comparison with the exceptional college kicker on the right side right here. This is kicker from Eastern Kentucky University. Set all kinds of records, very talented. Right here, when you're getting set up right here, and Mason looks like he's doing a good job. Both of you need to make sure always when you're right in this position, right before you take those steps back, just kind of glance at your target. And that way it helps ensure that your steps back are really accurate. Make sure they're very accurate if you'll just glance at that target. So right here, you can see the kicker on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got his steps there. Let's watch Mason right here. 1, 2, 3, and this is his fourth step. This is right here where you check your alignment, make sure your kicking foot, the point of placement, and the target all in line. Mason looks like he's doing a really good job right here. Right here, then once you get that done, you come right to here. He starts his lateral steps. This is where we talked about yesterday. Make sure you go, Mason, make sure you go ahead and get your feet. You kind of got them, see how close you have them right there? You don't really have to have them that close. Might going to have a little separation like he does here, but what we talked about yesterday was make sure those toes, your toes are aligned identical. They're aligned. So when you take those lateral steps, if you were to run a board or a pole across the top of those toes, it takes you exactly a 90-degree angle. Now watch the kicker on the right here. He's going to be taking, watch how he does his lateral steps. Look at his head. He's right here. He's checking his feet, and watch his head. His head stays right there checking his steps out, making sure they're lateral. Okay. Right here, we're going to watch you, Mason. See, look how you're turning your head right here. Go ahead and see how, again, watch how he does. He's got his head down. So he's just watching his feet. You don't need to turn your head. Go ahead and keep that head down just like he is. And see, it looks like you drift back a little bit right here. See how you can kind of see compared to the line here, compared to the line, just look at the depth. You can see you've kind of come back just a tad. You've come back a little bit. And I think it's because you're looking this way to your left. Just look straight down and then so you're kind of you've come back. So you've gotten yourself a little further back from the ball, and you might even done it again right there. The other thing is kind of consider, Mason, watch this kicker here. Watch how wide that's as wide right there. That's as wide as his lateral steps are. Let's look at yours. You can see you're a little bit wider. And what that does is put you further from the ball, and it also increases the angle toward your approach to the ball. So again, you don't want to see how your head. You see the soccer goal in the distance. See where your head is in relation to the soccer goal right here. Watch your head dip down as you take that step. See how it dips down? That kind of tells me that you're taking too wide of a step. So you can see how you dip down right there. You can watch his head. His head hardly changes at all. See how his head stays the same? So you're kind of dipping and you're looking to the left. So just, you're doing some good things, but these are things you can fix real quick. It's just it's going to enhance your alignment. Number one, your depth and your angle right here by ensuring those steps are lateral and at 90 degrees. And then also, and again, use your head just like he's doing right here. Just keep your eyes down and watch your feet. You don't need to look to the left because I think that's pulling you back a little bit. Okay. So get there. Now, once you get here, you're going to get in your stance. Now, something to look at right here as you guys get ready to get in your stance. I want you to notice the alignment of Dylan and Dalton right here. Look on the right here. Look at the alignment to the target and the holder right there, and look at the alignment here. Of course, I'm behind here. I'm kind of lining up on the holder here, but we got to get that alignment better. You got the center, so the holder and the kicker, y'all can set this up and help the snapper, but y'all need to be in a line right there. See where he's kind of offset over here. So really, the snap's coming from here, from right in there at an angle. So we got to make sure, and just the best way to tell you is just where the point is, where you're going to mark the ball, mark your spot right here in line with where the ball is right there too. Okay, so you're going to mark your step right there, mark your spot. And then the holder, he's just basically going to put his hand there. So we got to coordinate here. Dalton and Dylan here get coordinated here, so you guys are lined up. They're lined up right there. You can just kind of see. So just basically, right here, if that's where the ball's spotted for the snapper, then we need to get back over this way a little bit. All right, so we got to work on that. So that alignment there's it's crucial. Also, I want you to point out right here, Dalton needs to see how the holder's squatted down right here. See how far he's got his ball. Look how his left arm is. Dalton's kind of reaching out a little bit. He's got that knee down. Now, noticed another one of them we filmed. Dalton had his back knee down and his front leg up. So this is the way to do it right here. And so make sure he understands that he kind of changed it. I believe it was on the left hash. He put the back knee down, the front knee up. I don't know if he's thinking it's going to help him see better, but it's not. He's not going to see any better than what he does right here. Have that front knee down, but he needs to get more squatty like this and utilize that knee. See how that knee is right here. This is kind of where the point of placement is right there. He keeps that arm inside that knee right there, and so get that knee, get on, squat on down a little bit right here. Get yourself aligned right here. So this is how college players and NFL guys do it right here on the right. So that's something to look at there. Okay. Now going back, draw back. Let's get our kickers. Get them aligned right here. Right here. Make sure you get lined up. You got your foot set right there. I want you to watch kicker right here. Watch how he does it. He comes here. 2 identical lateral concise steps. He comes here, and watch how he moves his foot back. And he pivots that foot. He just rotates the foot towards where it's going to plant right here. You can see your foot is aiming over here. You've got to get this foot. You don't want it aiming over here. You want it aiming here. Okay? So you got to get that foot turned. And we mentioned that on the field. And you can kind of see once he gets set, watch him getting his stance right here. And that's his stance. So once he gets over here, you're right here. Okay, now this is where we talked about. I think you've got a little too much separation right here with your feet. You might have this foot back, maybe bring it up just a little bit. Okay, and you can see how little about your back I can see, and look how all his back I can see. It's all because of this right here. Your foot's aiming here, and if you aim it there and then get your body squared, now your body, everything's headed right toward this direction right here. Everything's going right there. You're going here, and then right at the snap of the ball, you're kind of probably straightening it out a little bit, trying to get it where it's supposed to be. But you got to get that foot. This foot plays an important role in getting the rest of your body aligned down this path. You're creating this path right here. You've got like an angle right here. You're coming to the ball. So where the ball is, you're coming here, and you've got that little angle right there, and you come right to the ball. All right, so work on that. So, and again, if these steps are too wide, see which is kind of wide, you're getting yourself further from the ball this way, and plus further really from this way, and plus the angle, instead of being here, it could be right about here. It's going to minimize that angle a little bit. Okay, so that's just something to look at. You could work on. Now, right here, when the ball snapped, this is what I talked about yesterday. Watch the holder on the right. And here's your routine, Mason. You do your lateral step, get your foot aligned, your left foot, plant foot line toward where it's going to plant. Get your body square toward it. Get in your stance. Now you're in your stance here. Watch him on the right. He's in a stance. The holder's still looking at him. So Dalton needs to be looking at you. Then right here, you're in your stance. You check your target. You come back. You nod. The holder now turns his head. He still has that left hand on the ground. He calls for see the flash of the hand. He's calling for the snap. So whatever Dalton needs to do there on his cadence, his call out, he just needs to keep that left hand on the ground. And then once that ball snapped, watch when he still has that left hand on the ground. Once the ball snapped, the left hand comes up. Watch the moment the left hand comes up. Watch the kicker. See the kicker slightly lean? That hand comes up. That's when the kicker's going to lean to the ball. He's going to lean to his jab right here. Lean to the jab. Here's his jab. And he just takes a short jab. Look how short the jab is, Mason, right there. Short jab. He takes his drive step, plant right there. Okay, Mason, let's watch you right here. So again, you need to get more weight on that front foot. You got your front foot too far out, or you got to get your weight. See how he's got his weight here? See how he's got his body position? He's in his stance here, and you're in your stance there. But your weight is more centered. You need to have most of the weight on that front foot. You're close. And again, I think by bringing this back foot up, bring it up just a little bit, it's going to help you. And then get your feet aligned towards where your plant's going to be. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. Then as the ball snapped right here is where, see, he's taking his hand up. We need to ask Dalton if coach will allow him just to keep his hand down. He's an athlete. Dalton's an athlete. He can handle this. Keep that hand down. His right hand's still out there. He can still give his calls. But he doesn't move that left hand until the moment that ball snaps. See, right here, he's moved his hand. So now see, right now, Mason has to kind of look and kind of watch the ball, and now his eyes are off the point of placement. He wants to keep his eyes right here so he can ensure he's stepping right towards that spot. And that's also ensures that Dalton puts that ball right on that spot. So he's going to do that. So right here, what happened? The ball's coming. Both hands are up. So now Mason has to kind of rely on just watching the ball. And you're doing a good job leaning, Mason. That's good right here. See how you're leaning? That's a good job. Good job right there. Pretty flat right there. That's what I want to see right here on that jab step. Drive step. Plant. Okay, we're going to get all the way to the plant right here. You can watch how he just leans into the, watch that moment that hand comes up on the right here. Kicker leans, and it just times up better. See how the holder keeps his hand up there? Dalton needs to keep that hand down there until that ball comes. He can just reach up there. He's an athlete. Reach up there and catch it. And then now they're in unison. They can now they're the unit of the snapper, the holder, and the kicker. They're all working together in unison right here. So that hand comes up. Now the kicker knows. He leans to his jab. Nice steady approach. Plant. Your plant right here might be pretty wide. Your plant's pretty wide right here, Mason. You make it happen, but your plant, you got your foot way out there. And see also what you're looking for right here, Mason, is you want that plant foot more towards the target. It looks like you kind of got it aiming over here, more like over here. So you're kind of wide on the plant. You can kind of see how you make it happen. Mason, you've got a knack for making an adjustment and still kicking the ball straight. That's just your athleticism. But we got to strive to get that. And what's going to happen here, the more consistent we are on our steps, marking our spot, marking our steps back, getting our same spot, the more we get our holder, putting the ball exactly where you're supposed to be, the more concise you guys are going to get working together, be just like this college unit right here. Look how close that foot is. And usually your foot just needs to be about the size of your foot away from the ball. That makes it relative to the person, his body type, size, foot, everything. So right there, I know your foot is not that big. It's not that long. Your foot's not that long. So you're just out there a little far. It's just kind of general term, but I tell you, if your foot wasn't pointed that way, if you had your foot there and just maybe pointed it straight like this, then you're going to be closer to the ball. So it's going to bring you about where you need to be. So you got to get that foot straight. Your left arm looks pretty good. He has a lower left arm. You have a higher left arm, but the finish needs to be across the chest or upward. So you're coming here, so you need to kind of finish across the chest. You don't want that, really have that arm out here and then just come right across the chest. He has his low and he finishes high. Let's watch him right here. You can see how he finishes right here. And right there, the only thing you're doing right here, right here on this right here, Mason, you've got it you're pretty smooth, but try not to bring that arm, say you're bringing it down, try just to bring it across. See, it's right there, right here, bring it just right across your chest instead of going up and then bringing it down. Just bring it right across your chest. See, right there, almost like you get a higher fall through you. It's almost like your arm's going to hit your leg. So bring it across. Now watch his head on the right. Watch how his head stays steady. See how his head stays steady? Mason, right here, you're right here. Right now, you're looking at the ball. See how you're looking at it? keep your head same right how you have it right there. Just keep it the same way right there. Once you finish right here, now you can look up and see how he rotates and he gets a good skip in there. Now, something else I've noticed right here, Dalton is using the wrong hand on holding the ball. You don't want to use the backhand because you might see how he has to pull that backhand out of the way. That's like a distraction for the kicker. You got the hand, see the hand's in the way right there. Watch how he does it right here. He catches it. The left hand holds it. See how he goes immediately? The left hand goes to the top of the ball, and then the right hand rotates it. The right hand, see how he'll straighten it with the right hand right here. Dalton, you're doing it just the opposite. He's catching it, and he's putting his right hand on the top, and his left hand's in the back. He's pulling it up. So you gotta reverse that. You don't want that hand there. That's where the kicker's going to kick it. And for some reason you're there too long, he's going to kick you right in the hand. So you want to have immediate catch it. The left hand goes to the top to hold it. The right hand spins the ball. Again, watch it here on the right. Here's how you do it. Keep that hand down. That left hand comes up. The moment the ball's snapped, the hand comes up. You catch it. Dalton's an athlete. One hand's enough to provide that target. That ball's flight's basically coming from right here to right here, right through the hand to the arm, right in the elbow. It's coming right there. So you see how this is happening right here. The moment that ball comes, left hand comes up to meet the other hand, catches the ball, and he puts it down right on the ground. And he keeps his left hand on top, right hand comes from it. So the right hand's already out of the picture. And you want to try to have that ball leaned. Dalton has it leaned. It's leaning this way. See how it's kind of leaning this way? We need it to be vertical or lean slightly this way, not this way. Vertical or slightly to the right. Overall, good drawback on your leg right here, Mason. Look at that right there. You got a college guy. You can see how he's a little more up there, but you're pretty dang close. And then see how his right arm just stays out of the right arm's not involved. See how the right arm is? You're kind of bringing that right arm back. See how you bring it back? Don't just let your right arm hang. Just stay right in that position. See how you're clasping your fist? Just relax it. See, watch him right here. He comes right here, but he just lets that right arm just kind of hang. It's just kind of hanging back. If you're kind of pulling it behind you and you're kind of trying to torque your upper body, let your left arm do that. Let the right arm just kind of hang. Make good contact with the ball. Do have a little bit of a pull left on this one, I believe, but it still makes it. Overall, you guys are doing really good, but there's some things you got to tweak and work on and get better at. Hope this video helps.